Welcome back, all our NRL fantasy followers. Another week in the book, another disappointing round for all our NRL. It seems to be the same thing every week for all out. We've been a bit unlucky, and a few decisions didn't go our way. I mean, we did risk it for the biscuit with Tommy T, who got 39 points on the weekend as captain. So that was a bit of a letdown, but looking at the round four team for the week just gone, very disappointing. 665 points for the lads. We did trade in Turbo and we did trade in Fogarty, so at least Fogarty did all right there. But yes, Tommy T, only 78 points as captain, really let us down, that's for sure. And just our pods as well really let us down. Like Karaz came off an 86-point game. He's now on a 37 break even, which isn't awful. It's still manageable. I think he's going to be a keeper in the long run. Ethan Strange, he did well. Ponga is back to his usual best and a break even of 39 makes him an interesting prospect. A person who's been letting all of us down is Ben Travojevic. His break even still 27. He's in 64.6% owned there. But that's a few scores now where he's got 22, and just really mid scores. Same as Salmon, he seems to miss a lot of tackles, and Smithies here seems to not run the ball. And at 44 break even, he looks like a sell. I think Joey Lusty played one of the worst halves of football I have ever seen, just through absolutely awful balls, missed tackles, and his 22 points serves him right, and it's quite a disaster because his break even now is 45. So those who got him in, absolute disaster. Brennan Hands on the bench there as well. Good to see Levi and Flanagan both scoring well to include their break-evens here. Levi is still making money with a break-even of 10, and Flano with his break-even of 16 there. One who's been very disappointing and was tipped to have a good start was Sammy Hughes. Now, his break-even's 26, so, I mean, his money-making might have stopped and he's only 278k, but we'll see what happens with the Preston injury in the coming weeks. But, look, the team should be back to sort of normal this week in round 5. If I was to do the team now, Harry Grant will come in, Lussick will go to the bench, Pappenhausen obviously comes into the side as well. And maybe Wong could get I'm really holding on to Wong here and hoping he can get a start or something. But also Galvin's out for another 2 weeks with his suspension. So he's already at 405k. He's moving along nicely. But yes, the all-out team is in quite disarray. So let's move on from this and have a look about how the actual good teams are going. And Brad, not sure if Brad was on top last week, but he is this week. Overall rank of 36 for Brad. Nice sort of team here. Hosking obviously went off with that HIA, which is a bit disappointing for owners. He got D-bags in, I presume, this week, and he's still going down in money. I think his break-even was about 80 last week. So if there's a week to get him, I would be getting him this week. He also plays the first bye. So nice sort of team here for Brad. Let's go down and pick here on Angus maybe. He's in the top 10, rounding out the top 10. 814 overall score, overall rank of 70. Good on this fella. He's doing well. Nice little team here. Kai Pierce-Paul, I also brought him in my team. So good on him for doing that. He also has Karaz there. Let's scroll down. Let's see how many of you are in the top 100, and I think it's about 13 of you. Oh, 12 here. So doing well, fellas. So Brad's currently leading for the all-out merch, so well done to Brad for that. Let's go have a look at the tipping comp as well. I've got to sign in here according to the website. As that loads there. I think everyone did quite poorly in the tipping. I know I only got 3 for myself, which wasn't ideal. All out still 123 in the tips. And it is Fraser who's on 26 tips, currently. Good on him. Let's have a look who he tipped on the weekend. Went Penrith, yep, Bunnies, Bronx. So he's done well. He's done very well. Good on him. A few buys that I am looking at. We'll do buy, hold, sell in a couple of days' time. But Chanel Harris Tavita scored 31 points on the weekend with a try. He could be a sneaky buy now if he gets a spot with SJ. We'll see today if he gets that spot. 285k. That's one I'm looking at. Also, Henry. This fella seems to be a PPM beast, this fella. So he's another one to look at. Let's have a quick look at his stats. 44, 49, 28, and 30. So he's just making that money at a PPM rate. So he's doing well for the Panthers. Another one I'm sort of looking at this week, Kai Pearce-Paul for the all-out team, that's for sure. And the return of David Fafita was on the weekend, but he's 834k, scored 51, and I feel like he did absolutely nothing, and he's going to be a pod. So if you've got the money still from Cleary, there's a pod option. Pod will be out today as well, so make sure you look out for that. Buy, hold, sell. Be sure to follow the Instagram and everything else. And we'll see you tonight for the preview of round 5 and TLT analysis. See you then.